All right, good morning, everybody. We are headed into um, Module 5, Lesson 7. And it's more work on volume, but here's some fluency practice. So got my name, got Module 5, Lesson 7, got the date, March 30th, 2020. You should be working on your notebook paper as well. Hopefully it's in a notebook, keeping track of things so that you'll have them and they won't get lost. So fluency practice here, multiplying fractions. I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 12 fractions that I want you to multiply. And if we were at school, this would have been a sprint. But we're not in the building, so we'll just do it as practice. So go ahead and get started copying those down and solving them. And since this is a video, if you need a little extra time to solve them, you can stop it. That's no problem. But once you've taken a look, let's see here. So half times a third. If I'm taking a third of a half, I'm going to get something even smaller, right? That's something that um, often happens when you're multiplying fractions. So 1/6. Let's see, this is 1/8 and 2/15, 4/15. None of those can be reduced. Those all just like that. 6/12. It can be reduced to a half. 1/18. 9/25. Seems like 9/25 ought to be reduced, but I don't think that there's a least common multiple. Or a greatest common factor, I should say. 12/25. 20/15. So this is more than one. So if you multiply a fraction times something that's more than one, you get something more than one, right? You get something bigger than what you started with. If you think back to our fraction work from last module, we can definitely simplify this improper fraction. 20/15 is going to be, let's see, 5. So that's 4/3, and that equals 1 and 1/3, right? So I did 20 divided by 5 is 4, 15 divided by 5 is 3, 1 and 1/3. 18/16. Simplify, be 9/8. Turn that improper fraction into a mixed number. 10/15. This one's kind of neat because that's just 1. So this is going to be reduced back down to 2/3. So the product is exactly the same as the first factor, since I just multiplied it by 1. 1/5 times 3/8 is 3/40. And that, I believe, can't be simplified. All right, so there's our multiplying fractions. Blow the cobwebs out of our brain here as we get started today. Next step is finding the volume on a couple rectangular prisms. So on each of these rectangular prisms, we have some labeled edges. This is a cube. So if it's a cube, then this is 4 inches along this edge, 4 inches along this edge, and 4 inches along that edge. So a 4-inch by 4-inch by 4-inch cube. So I would do volume equals length times width times height equals 4 times 4 times 4. So that's 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is, let's see, 4 times 10 is 40. 6 times 6 times 4 is 16, so that's 56. Yeah, right? 16 times 4, yeah, 56, that's right. Whoops, I said 56. I wrote 15. 56 cubic inches is the answer to A. For B, we have volume equals 3 times 7 times 9, so length times width times height. Length times width times height. And let's actually do this for the, let's see, we'll do that for the, so 7. Let's do 7 times 9 times 3, so length, width, height. That's 7 times 9 is 63. 63 times 3. I'm going to have to do that in let's see. Let's do that down here. 63 times 3. 18. Okay, so that is 189 cubic feet. Cubic feet. Okay, and then finally, a rectangular prism, nice tall, 8 inches, 4 inches by 3 inches, equals length times width times height equals, so about 4 inches. And I should have been putting my units in there all along, but I forgot there and there. But I should have been. So 4 inches times 3 inches. So length, 3-inch width, height, 8 inches. So we have, let's see, how about 3 times 8 is 24. 24 times 4. 24. I guess this would be square inches so far. So 24 times 4 inches. 4 times 20 is 80. 4 times 4 is 16. 80 plus 16 is 96. This is 96 cubic inches. So the volume of this is 96 cubic inches. And then I found, let's see, the 4 by, let's see, 3 times 8. Yeah, I didn't. I found the area of, what I find the area of? I guess I found the area of this side. That was my 24. 3 times 8 is 24. It's the area of a side, right? And then it's, and then 4 inches, 4 layers of that. So that would be like counting 4 layers of that. Anyway, okay. So next piece, we're not going to do an application problem. We're going to launch right into the objective, because there's some word problems today, and it's going to take us time just to work our way through those. So the objective then for today is I will solve word problems involving the volume of rectangular prisms with whole number edge lengths. And this we know what a rectangular prism is, right? These are the 3-dimensional figures we've been looking at all along. But whole number edge lengths, that is just the idea is, this is an edge, this is an edge, this is an edge, and the edge length could be, let's look at this one. The edge length could be 8.5 inches, 8 3/4 inches, 8 7/8 inches. But doing that is going to add a level of complexity to our calculations over here that we're not doing right now. So they are whole number edge lengths. That's a whole number. This is a whole number. That's a whole number. Okay. And we can certainly do that. I mean, we can multiply those fractions for sure, but we're not going to do it right now. So just a couple reminders about when we do these word problems. So been doing it since the beginning of the year, and probably before that. We read the question. We might read it a couple times, and then we draw, and then we write, and then the kind of added piece is check for reasonableness. Does it all make sense? Remember, I did an RDWC a few times when we were taking notes, but C just never really clicked in for us. So read it, maybe a couple times, get a sense of the problem, draw. And this is super important on these. So you think to yourself, what can I draw? And, and what does my drawing tell me? Right? And then write. The answer is going to be a sentence or two. So write a statement. Write a statement to answer the question. Okay. So again, you can, if you needed to go back and double check anything that I've said here, you can do that, of course, or since it's a video, that's pretty handy. The next piece is that I need you to, so you're either going to actually get out or work with your lesson 7 problem set, which looks like this. And so remember, this is, on the word problem lessons, the problems that I go over are the same ones that are on the problem set. So we're sort of just skipping ahead to the problem set. So if you have this, get it out. If you don't have it, you're going to want to have notebook paper ready, and you can put it on the computer or watch me do it, and then write it on notebook paper. I'm going to pause here for a second.